vaccine. Now, another question that keeps coming up is which vaccine to put, Covaxin or Covishield. That's the question on everyone's mind, planning to go ahead and get vaccinated against COVID-19. The government has said that both offer protection against the virus. But the first Indian study among doctors and nurses say that those who are getting Covishield generate a higher proportion of antibodies. Sneha Mordani explains.
A preprint of the first Indian study among doctors and nurses who received both shots showed that a higher proportion of those inoculated with Covishield produced antibodies compared to those who received Covaxin, even though both shots elicited a good immune response. Among 515 healthcare workers, of which 305 were male and 210 were female, 95% showed seropositivity or higher antibodies after 2 doses of both vaccines. Of the 425 Covishield and 90 Covaxin recipients, 98.1% and 80% respectively showed seropositivity. However, both seropositivity rate and average rise in anti-spike antibody was significantly higher in Covishield versus Covaxin recipients, the study says.
We interestingly note in this study that even a single dose of each vaccine were responsible for boosting immune response in people who had past history of COVID-19. This suggests that both vaccine works very good in Indian people, and one should go for vaccination as early as possible.
While no difference was observed in relation to gender, body mass index, blood group and any comorbidities, people aged 60 years and above or those with type 2 diabetes had a significantly lower seropositivity rate, indicating a comparatively lower antibody response. The study also shows a good safety profile for both vaccines.
Measuring antibodies after vaccination is not a reliable measure of the immunity against the virus. That's because immunity is multi-pronged, almost like the Army, the Navy, and the Air Force. And by measuring the lab antibody level, we are only measuring a fragment of our immune response. Overall, the fact that very few people develop breakthrough infections is a good indicator of how well our vaccines are doing.
The study, which was done at the peak of the second wave of the pandemic, shows that the vaccines, both of them, are working. This just shows that it's time now for us to speed up vaccinations in a big way as we brace for the third wave of the pandemic. The study says even 1 dose of the vaccine is offering some amount of protection. Right now in the country, just about 4% of the population have got both doses of the vaccine. Less than 15% of the population have got 1 dose of the vaccine. In New Delhi, Sneha Mordani.